Has your morning routine been silently working against your health? Most people assume aging after 50 is something we can't control, but the truth is, science shows that many of the choices we make every single morning can either slow down aging or speed it up dramatically. Unfortunately, many seniors continue to repeat habits that make them feel weaker, more tired, and older than they truly are. The problem is, these habits often seem harmless. They feel small. However, when repeated every day, they quietly take away your strength, your energy, and even years from your life. That's why in this video, we're going to uncover 7 common morning habits that make you age faster after 50, and most importantly, how you can stop them starting today. Some of these may surprise you, others you might recognize in your own daily life. But by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid and how to build healthier mornings that help you feel younger, stronger, and more alive. So stay with me, because changing even one of these habits could add precious years to your life. Habit number 1. Skipping breakfast. One of the most damaging morning habits after 50 is skipping breakfast. Many seniors think it's harmless or even healthy to avoid eating in the morning. Some believe they simply don't feel hungry, others say they're too busy, and some even follow diet fads that promote skipping meals. But after 50, skipping breakfast can have serious consequences on your health and aging. When you wake up, your body has already gone through 8 to 10 hours without food. For younger people, this isn't a big problem because their metabolism is faster and their body can handle long stretches without fuel. But for seniors, the story's different. Your muscles, your brain, and your energy reserves are already more fragile with age. Going without breakfast forces your body to break down muscle tissue for energy instead of using food. And losing muscle is one of the fastest ways to age your body. Studies show that seniors who regularly skip breakfast are more likely to suffer from weakness, fatigue, and even cognitive decline. Without a proper meal in the morning, blood sugar levels drop too low. That's when you may feel shaky, lightheaded, or unusually tired for the rest of the day. Worse, low blood sugar puts stress on the heart and can increase the risk of falls, one of the most dangerous risks in old age. Breakfast isn't just about energy, it's also about nutrients. After 50, your body struggles to absorb vitamins and minerals as efficiently as before. Missing your first meal means you're cutting down valuable opportunities to get calcium for your bones, protein for your muscles, and vitamins like B12 and D that protect your brain and immune system. So what should you do instead? The key isn't to eat a heavy or complicated breakfast. Instead, focus on small, nutrient-dense meals. Something as simple as oatmeal with nuts and berries, or an egg with whole grain toast and fruit can transform your morning. Even a smoothie with yogurt and seeds can give your body the building blocks it needs to stay strong. If you find yourself never hungry in the morning, start small. Just a few bites of fruit or a handful of nuts. Over time, your body will adjust and you'll feel the difference. You'll notice more steady energy, sharper focus, and a stronger sense of well-being. Skipping breakfast may feel harmless, but for seniors, it speeds up muscle loss, weakens the brain, and accelerates aging. By making this simple change, fueling your body in the morning, you give yourself the chance to feel younger and live longer. Habit number 2, reaching for sugar first thing in the morning. Another morning habit that can make you age faster after 50 is starting your day with sugar, whether it's a pastry, a sweetened coffee, or even fruit juice loaded with added sugars. For many, this has become a routine comfort. A sweet start to the day feels like a small reward. But for seniors, that first dose of sugar in the morning can set off a chain reaction that harms your body, speeds up aging, and drains your energy. Here's why. When you eat sugar on an empty stomach, your blood glucose levels spike quickly. For younger adults, the body is usually able to handle these fluctuations better. But as we age, the body becomes less efficient at processing sugar. Your cells grow more resistant to insulin, the hormone responsible for moving sugar into your muscles and organs for energy. That morning spike is almost always followed by a sharp crash. You might recognize the symptoms: fatigue, irritability, brain fog, and hunger just an hour or two later. This roller coaster doesn't just make you feel older, it actually contributes to aging at a cellular level. High blood sugar damages blood vessels, weakens circulation, and accelerates the breakdown of collagen, the protein that keeps your skin firm and your joints flexible. Over time, this means more wrinkles, weaker bones, and a higher risk of serious conditions like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. But the effects go beyond the physical. Seniors who start their day with sugar often notice mood swings, difficulty concentrating, and even worsening memory. Why? Because your brain depends on steady, balanced energy. Sugar highs and lows confuse the brain, leaving you feeling scattered or unusually forgetful. Many people assume that natural sugars like fruit juice are safe, but even juice without added sugar contains concentrated fructose that enters your bloodstream quickly when it's not paired with fiber or protein. That's why dietitians recommend eating whole fruits instead. The fiber in an apple or orange slows down the absorption of sugar, keeping your energy steady. So what's the alternative? Instead of pastries, donuts, or sweetened drinks, aim for protein and complex carbs in the morning. For example, scrambled eggs with vegetables, Greek yogurt with chia seeds, or whole grain toast with avocado are excellent choices. If you enjoy coffee or tea, try drinking it unsweetened or with just a small amount of honey instead of several teaspoons of sugar. You don't have to give up sweet flavors completely. What matters is balance. Pairing a small serving of fruit with protein, like apple slices with peanut butter, provides long-lasting energy without the crash. It's easy to think that a little sugar in the morning isn't a big deal, but over months and years, this habit wears down your body and accelerates aging. By replacing morning sugar with nourishing, balanced foods, you'll not only feel better throughout the day, but also protect your health, your brain, and your vitality for years to come. Habit number 3, skipping morning hydration. One of the most overlooked morning habits that can speed up aging after 50 is starting the day without drinking water. It sounds simple, maybe even too small to matter, but this little choice has a big impact on your health, your energy, and how quickly your body shows the signs of aging. Here's why hydration is so important. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. You haven't had any fluids all night, but your organs, your skin, and even your brain have been working. When you wake up, your body is craving water to kickstart circulation, flush out toxins, and re-energize every system. But many people over 50 reach for coffee or tea before water. Now, coffee itself isn't the enemy. It can even have health benefits in moderation. The problem is when it replaces water. Coffee and tea are mild diuretics, meaning they increase fluid loss. If your first drink is caffeinated and you never replenish with plain water, you start your day already behind in hydration. What does dehydration do to an aging body? The effects show up faster and more severely after 50. Without enough water, your skin loses elasticity and becomes more prone to wrinkles. Joints stiffen, making movement uncomfortable. Blood becomes thicker, forcing your heart to work harder. Even your kidneys and liver organs, which filter waste, struggle to function efficiently. The brain is especially sensitive. Just a 2% drop in hydration can affect memory, focus, and mood. That's why so many older adults feel groggy, irritable, or forgetful in the morning. Not because of aging itself, but because their brain is crying out for water. There's also a deeper connection. Dehydration accelerates oxidative stress, one of the main drivers of aging. Think of it this way. Without water, your cells can't properly repair themselves. Instead of renewal, damage accumulates, and that speeds up the clock. So what's the fix? It's simple. Start your day with 1 glass of water before anything else. If plain water feels boring, add a slice of lemon or cucumber for a refreshing twist. Some experts recommend room temperature water in the morning because it's easier on the digestive system than ice-cold drinks. Aim for consistency. A daily habit of drinking 1 to 2 glasses of water as soon as you wake up sets the tone for better hydration all day long. And don't wait until you're thirsty. Thirst is actually a late sign of dehydration, especially in older adults whose signals may not be as strong. You'll notice the difference quickly. Clearer skin, more energy, smoother digestion, and even sharper thinking. Over time, this one small act can help protect your heart, your kidneys, and your brain, slowing down the effects of aging from the inside out. So remember, after 50, your body depends on water more than ever. Don't let your first choice in the morning be coffee or nothing at all. Begin the day with hydration, and you'll be giving your body the fresh start it needs every single morning. Habit number 4, skipping morning movement. Another habit that silently accelerates aging after 50 is skipping any form of movement in the morning. For many older adults, mornings have become a time of sitting with a cup of tea, reading the newspaper, or scrolling through the phone. While rest feels comforting, avoiding movement first thing in the day sends a signal to your body that it can stay stiff, sluggish, and inactive. Over time, this lack of morning activity leads to stiffness in the joints, weaker muscles, reduced balance, and ultimately, faster aging. Why is morning movement so important? Overnight, your muscles and joints naturally become stiff. Blood flow slows down while you sleep, and your body needs a gentle push to get everything circulating again. Without that push, stiffness lingers, making it harder to stay mobile throughout the day. And mobility is the very thing that keeps you independent and feeling young. It doesn't have to be an exercise in the traditional sense. No one is saying you need to run or lift weights the moment you wake up. What your body craves is simple movement, like stretching, walking around the house, or even a few minutes of gentle yoga. These small acts release tension, improve balance, and wake up your muscles. They also help your brain by increasing blood flow, which sharpens focus and lifts mood. Consider this. Studies show that older adults who perform light morning activity not only maintain stronger muscles, but also reduce their risk of falls, fractures, and chronic pain. Just 10 minutes of stretching or walking can make the difference between a sluggish day and one filled with steady energy. There's also an emotional benefit. Many seniors who begin their day with movement report feeling calmer and more optimistic. It sets the tone for the rest of the day, telling your mind and body, I am active, I am alive, and I am in control. That mindset itself slows down the emotional side of aging, keeping you engaged and motivated. The good news is that you don't need equipment or even a lot of space. Something as simple as standing tall, rolling your shoulders, reaching your arms above your head, or walking slowly around your room can do wonders. If you have a garden or balcony, step outside, breathe deeply, and stretch while enjoying the morning air. These small rituals compound over time, keeping your body younger, longer. So if your mornings have become still and motionless, it's time to gently change that. By adding just a few minutes of movement, you'll protect your joints, energize your muscles, and give your mind the fresh start it deserves. Habit number 5, drinking too much coffee on an empty stomach. For many people over 50, coffee has become the morning ritual that feels non-negotiable. The aroma, the warmth of the cup in your hands, and that first sip, it feels like the day can't begin without it. But here's the truth. Starting your day with too much coffee, especially on an empty stomach, is a habit that quietly accelerates aging. When you drink coffee first thing, before eating, it triggers a surge of stomach acid. Over time, this constant acid production can irritate the lining of the stomach, leading to heartburn, indigestion, or even more serious digestive issues. Seniors are especially vulnerable because the stomach lining becomes thinner and more sensitive with age. What may have felt fine at 40 can feel harsh and draining at 65 or 70. Then there's the issue of cortisol, the body's stress hormone. In the morning, your cortisol levels are naturally higher. They're what help you wake up. Adding coffee on top of that pushes cortisol even higher, and long-term elevated cortisol has been linked to faster cellular aging, weaker immunity, and even memory problems. That morning jolt of energy may feel good in the moment, but inside the body, it's creating stress. Caffeine also acts as a diuretic, which means it draws water out of your body, and after hours of sleep, your body is already dehydrated. Instead of replenishing with water, starting with coffee worsens dehydration, leaving you with dry skin, headaches, and fatigue later in the day. Over the years, this simple routine can contribute to visible aging, from duller skin to more wrinkles. This doesn't mean you have to give up coffee completely. In fact, moderate coffee consumption has health benefits, including antioxidants that protect cells. The key is balance and timing. Experts recommend drinking water first thing in the morning, at least 1 glass, to rehydrate the body. Then if you enjoy coffee, have it after a small breakfast or with some protein. This way, your body isn't overwhelmed by acidity or dehydration, and the caffeine works more gently with your natural rhythm. Another tip is to limit coffee to 1 or 2 cups a day, ideally before noon. Too much caffeine later in the day interferes with sleep, And poor sleep is one of the fastest ways to age your brain and body. So the next time you reach for that morning cup, ask yourself, have I had water first? Do I have something in my stomach? Making this small change may seem minor, but over the years it protects your digestion, your skin, and your energy, helping you feel younger, longer. Habit number 6, ignoring morning sunlight. One of the most overlooked morning habits that can accelerate aging after 50 is staying indoors and avoiding natural sunlight. Many older adults wake up, prepare breakfast, and spend their mornings in dimly lit rooms, thinking light doesn't really matter. But sunlight in the early hours plays a vital role in keeping your body young, balanced, and strong. Ignoring it can slowly disrupt your health and accelerate aging in ways you may not notice right away. Here's why. Sunlight is your body's natural clock. When your eyes and skin sense morning light, it signals to your brain that it's time to be awake and alert. This helps regulate your circadian rhythm, the internal system that controls sleep, hormones, and even how your cells repair themselves. Without that signal, your rhythm drifts. You may find yourself more tired during the day, restless at night, and less able to heal or recover. Over time, poor circadian health doesn't just affect sleep. It weakens immunity, slows metabolism, and even increases the risk of memory decline. Morning sunlight also fuels vitamin D production, something older adults are especially prone to lacking. Vitamin D is essential for strong bones, flexible joints, and a resilient immune system. Without enough of it, the risks of fractures, osteoporosis, and chronic inflammation rise sharply. Many seniors depend on supplements, but the truth is just a few minutes of sunlight in the morning can give your body what it needs more naturally and effectively. There's also a mental side to this. Exposure to natural light boosts the release of serotonin, the hormone that lifts your mood and sharpens focus. Seniors who skip sunlight often feel sluggish, unmotivated, or even more anxious without realizing why. Simply stepping outside for 10 to 15 minutes in the morning can lift your spirits, improve energy, and reduce feelings of isolation. The good news? You don't need to spend hours outside or risk overexposure. Just a short walk on your balcony, in your garden, or down the street is enough. If mobility is a concern, even sitting by a window with sunlight streaming in can help reset your body's clock and refresh your mind. Pair it with gentle stretching or deep breathing for even greater benefits. So if your mornings are spent in dim rooms with curtains drawn, it's time to open them wide. Welcome the light. Let the sun touch your skin, even for a few minutes. By making sunlight part of your morning ritual, you'll strengthen your body, brighten your mood, and give yourself one of the most natural anti-aging therapies available. Habit number 7, starting the day stressed and rushed. The final morning habit that can make you age faster after 50 is beginning your day in a state of stress. For many older adults, mornings are filled with worry about health, family, finances, or simply the day ahead. Some wake up and immediately reach for the news, which bombards them with negativity. Others jump straight into a busy routine, rushing through breakfast or skipping it altogether. While this may feel normal, starting the day with stress silently chips away at your body and speeds up aging. Here's why. Stress triggers the release of cortisol, often called the stress hormone. In small bursts, cortisol can be helpful. But when it becomes a daily morning ritual, it puts your body in a constant state of alert. High cortisol breaks down collagen, the protein that keeps your skin smooth and your joints strong. It raises blood pressure, strains your heart, and disrupts memory. Over time, this steady stress response can make you look and feel older than you are. There's also the impact of mental well-being. Waking up to tension or negativity sets the tone for the entire day. Seniors who start their mornings stressed often report fatigue, irritability, or feelings of hopelessness later on. It becomes a cycle. The more stress you feel in the morning, the more drained you feel at night, which then disrupts sleep and creates even more stress the next day. But here's the hopeful part. You have the power to break this cycle. The way you begin your morning can either age you faster or help protect your body and mind. Instead of rushing or diving into worry, try creating a gentle morning ritual. This could mean starting with a few deep breaths, practicing gratitude, or even writing down one thing you're looking forward to that day. If you enjoy tea or coffee, sip it slowly instead of gulping it down while distracted. If you live with family, share a quiet conversation or a smile before you begin the day. Research shows that older adults who start the day calmly, whether through meditation, prayer, or simply slowing down, have lower stress levels, sharper focus, and even stronger immune systems. By protecting your mornings from stress, you're giving your body a chance to heal, restore, and age gracefully. As we come to the end of this video, let's take a moment to reflect. Aging is not something we can stop, but it is something we can guide. Each of these 7 morning habits, whether it's skipping breakfast, reaching for sugar, ignoring sunlight, or starting the day with stress, may seem small on its own. But over time, they quietly shape how quickly or slowly our bodies age. The good news is that every new morning is a chance to make better choices. Even the smallest change, a glass of water, a gentle stretch, a few minutes in the sun, can give your body and mind the support they need to stay strong, clear, and full of life after 50. Remember, health isn't built in one day. It's built in the simple steps we take consistently, day after day. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with someone who might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more science-backed tips on living healthier, longer, and with more joy. Most importantly, know this: it's never too late to start caring for yourself. Every morning is a new beginning, so take a deep breath, make one positive change tomorrow, and watch how it transforms your journey. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.